If I asked you how ancient humans use fire, you would probably give the same textbook answer we all learned in school. You would say they use it to stay warm in cold caves, to scare away predators in the dark, and to cook their meat. But this is only a tiny fraction of the truth. Ancient humans did not just sit passively around cozy campfires. They were the greatest arsonists in the history of the planet. When early humans discovered fire, they didn't just use it as a tool for survival, they used it as a remote control for the entire Earth. They used it in a way so destructive and so brilliant that it permanently changed the biology of our planet. And more terrifyingly, it permanently mutated our own bodies. To understand what our ancestors actually did, we have to look at a practice called fire stick farming. Imagine you're an ancient hunter-gatherer. Hunting in a dense, thick forest is incredibly dangerous and exhausting. You can't see the animals, they can smell you coming, and hiding in the bushes are apex predators like saber-toothed tigers just waiting to eat you. So humans came up with a psychopathically genius solution: burn the entire forest down. Early humans intentionally set fire to thousands of miles of wilderness. They would burn entire forests to the ground. Why? Because when a forest burns, it clears the trees and allows fresh, nutritious grass to grow from the ashes. This new grass acted like a magnet for large herbivores like deer, bison, and mammoths. Humans realized they didn't need to chase animals through the dangerous woods. If they burned the landscape, the animals would simply come to them. We weren't just surviving in nature, we were hacking it. We were terraforming entire continents to create giant, open, drive-through restaurants. This wasn't a small local phenomenon. Archaeological charcoal records show that wherever humans migrated, massive continent-wide fires followed. When humans arrived in Australia around 50,000 years ago, they burned so much of the landscape that they actually altered the climate of the continent, transforming vast areas into the dry outback we know today. But this power came with a dark consequence. Before humans mastered fire, the world was filled with megafauna, giant, slow-moving beasts like 2-ton wombats, giant ground sloths the size of cars, and massive mastodons. But these giant animals evolved to hide in dense forests. When humans burned their habitats to create open grasslands, these giants had nowhere to hide. Within just a few thousand years of humans arriving with their torches, the majority of the world's giant animals went completely extinct. With a single chemical reaction, a weak, hairless ape wiped out apex predators that had ruled the earth for millions of years. So, humans used fire to conquer the world, but here is the disturbing twist. We think we tamed fire, but in reality, fire tamed us. Every other animal on Earth can survive by eating raw food in the wild. If a chimpanzee or a wolf loses its habitat, it just moves and eats something else. But if you take fire away from a human, we will literally starve to death, even if we are surrounded by food. Because we started cooking our food over 1,000,000 years ago, our bodies made a lazy evolutionary gamble. Cooking acts like an external stomach. It breaks down fibers and unlocks calories before the food even enters our mouths. Because we outsourced our digestion to fire, our bodies realized we no longer needed giant digestive tracts or massive jaw muscles. Over hundreds of thousands of years, our jaws became weak, our teeth became tiny, our stomachs shrank drastically. We mutated. We lost our biological independence. Today, a human physically cannot digest enough raw, wild food to fuel our massive brains. We are the only species on the planet that is biologically obligated to eat cooked food. It is the ultimate irony of human evolution. Fire gave us the calories to grow our massive brains. It allowed us to burn continents, shape ecosystems, and drive giants into extinction. It made us the undisputed gods of planet Earth. But in exchange for that ultimate power, we signed the biological contract. We gave up our ability to survive in the wild without it. We became hopelessly biologically addicted to a chemical reaction. By the way, did you spot the perfectly toasted marshmallow hidden somewhere in the flames of this video? If you found it, drop the exact timestamp in the comments below. The first person to get it right gets pinned. Thanks for watching.